better.
And I wonder, John, what is it about Mississippi State that seems to bring out the best in Dante?
Well, first of all, when I put him in, he got beat twice defensively, and they missed the shot. And I looked at him in the huddle, and I said, guys, you understand I want to leave him in, but what? They said, Dante, you got to stay in front of somebody. And then he got out there and defended better. He blocked the ball. How about the tip dunk he got? And then he finally made one. How about the two he missed that were so in and out? You can't miss a ball any closer than he missed. But I was happy for him. You know, he hadn't played that much. And again, most of this stuff for me comes down to defensively playing harder than the other guy, playing with unbelievable energy. Look, I thought the way Jacob went down, he blew his Achilles. Then, and all of a sudden, he's back jumping around. I don't know if he was embarrassed because he slipped and fell. They took him off in a stretcher, and he came back, and he's the guy I put on the guy that we had to stop. Did it with one Achilles.
John Hale, go ahead.
Al, what does it say about your team that on the ice you didn't have tie, didn't go very well in the second half, but you all still closed out a game the way you did?
Well, we needed this game. We said it after. I told the guys. We needed to be in a game like this where we had a chance to end it. We did not dive on the floor for a loose ball. If we got that ball, the game would have been over. We had a guy not go for it. We needed to be, now we got to fight to get back in it. How about you better make free throws? How about you got a guard? We had a guy break down twice late in the game that moved it to overtime. And then Kellen made two ridiculous shots. But look, we're going to Kansas. They've been in a bunch of close games. We had to be in this kind of game to understand, like, okay, how do we finish it off? I'm glad I didn't call a timeout. There were two guys open on the play, and we threw it to the wrong guy. We panicked a little bit, but it's okay. I needed the second timeout because I had to call it to get Jacob in. And so saving it, I'm happy I did it. At the time, I thought I probably should have called it, but we practiced it. Why do I got to call a timeout and go over it again? We practiced it 100 times.
Kyle Tucker, go ahead.
What happened there with Oscar? Obviously, he was fine. Game action gave some huge moments, but he also called back there to the locker room. At that point, when Jacob and Oscar are both back there, are you hit the panic button a little bit?
No, I told one of the staff, go back and get Oscar. Where is he? Go back and get him. Again, I said this today. The game ended. I didn't ask Oscar what was up. I looked at Jacob and teased him. Do you have a blown out Achilles? You went down like a sniper hit you because you slipped embarrassed. What happened here? And then I looked at Ty and I said, do you think you're going to play this month? And that was about it. I didn't ask him what hurt, what happened. I'm not the trainer. I don't do it. I leave it, and they'll tell me later what the deal is. So I don't, in other words, Kyle, I don't know.
Carol Bird, go ahead.
Yeah, Kyle, you've talked a lot about players being ready to take advantage when their time comes. I'm curious, how much of that is physical, being able to fall out of bed and play well, and how much of it's mental to fight for that, to be ready, even though you have no idea where your kids coming up.
Well, you have every excuse if you don't play well, if you're not either a rotational guy or playing a lot of minutes. What do you say? What would you say? Yeah, you're not playing me enough. It's your fault. You got to take responsibility first for your performance. You got to. Are you playing harder than the guy you're playing against? Or is he playing harder than you? Well, just let him play through it. Okay, so he plays 4 minutes and gives up 2 baskets, doesn't get a rebound, and misses a shot. Wait a minute. This isn't 8th grade. You, again, own your performance. It's hard when, like Lance right now, who played great again today. It's hard when you don't know is Oscar going to play so well that I'm not getting many minutes or any minutes? Or is he going to struggle and be in foul trouble and I'm ready? Every day Lance Ware is in the gym getting better. Every single day. I look out my window and that kid's in there. I have all the confidence in the world. I played Damian today first, but I told him I was going to do it. Told Lance, I just got to get that kid on the floor and get him to break through a little bit. We went with Bryce. He did okay, but he didn't come up with rebounds and balls, but he dunked that one. There you go. Dude, rebounding and defense and diving on the floor, it doesn't take skill. You don't have to think. You just got to scramble and hustle, and that's what I'm trying to get guys. Here's the other thing. A lot of these guys have the weight of the world on them. Everyone is, you got to do this and you got to do that and you got to play like this. You got to say this and they got the weight of the world. They'll even tell you that. And so my job, yes, to hold them accountable, but also figure out ways, like if you're not getting it done, I'm not leaving you in. So let's talk about how we get this done. I talked to you, you guys know for years, really 30 years, I've had Bob Rotella, a sports psychologist, work with my team and recommend players. Go call them, talk to them, get yourself, because most of this is being mind ready, mind fresh. Knowing if things don't go well, I've worked hard. How about positive self-talk? Now, it's hard if all you're hearing was, I told you so, and that's the worst, and that's what you hear. It's hard for you to have that positive self-talk. But you got to have it. Because if you don't love yourself and you're not good to you, no one's going to be good to you. You got to be good to yourself. And that means block out the negative. Be really positive. And that's what I'm trying to get all these kids to do and what I try to do every year. But this place, it's big. Like every game is like Auburn, and they're all like this. And every game we play, someone's going to play their best. I mean, the last 5 games, Mississippi State shot 24% from the three. What'd they shoot today? 31, but they made 3 at the end of the game to put it to overtime. So that's what's going to happen. And like I said, I told the guys, I don't want to see anybody. Don't call me. We got an off day. You leave me alone. Let me get my mindset for what we got to do. We got to travel to Kansas. Do we play on the road after we come back from Kansas? We got a home game. Oh my gosh, we got a home game. Wow. I thought they'd put us on the road after that.
Larry Bach, go ahead.
Hey, John, I'm pretty old, but I've not had a chance to talk to many coaches that have won 800 games. So I just kind of wonder, what's it mean to you to get your 800th win?
Means I've been doing this a long time, had a lot of good players. And publicly, I'd like to thank all those players from UMass, all those players from Memphis, all those players here that have won all these games. When you're coaching good kids, when families entrust you with their sons, you're blessed. And to be in this job with this fan base, I am blessed. And again, I've been doing this a long time, like 30 some years. I'm 56 now, but I started young. I was 18 when I first got my first job.
Lonnie Demery, go ahead. Jerry Tipton, go ahead.
Sorry, I couldn't hear. Down early in the game, Samir gets 2 fouls, 1 second apart, and Davion is 3 in the first half. I'm wondering, you're already short on tie. What's going through your mind?
Thank goodness Dante has good thoughts about this game because he plays well against these guys, and I don't know why, but he does. And I wanted Bryce to get minutes because I just want to keep giving him opportunities to break through. But at the end of the day, Dante played better. Dante did more. So I left him in.
Kyle Tucker, finish us off.
Yeah, Cal, we obviously saw Kellen hit the big shots, but I wonder if there's something else that you saw that you really, really liked about the end when you kind of were at nut cutting time and you had to make plays. Was there something besides the shots, something small we might not have seen that you really liked about the team?
Well, they wanted to throw the ball to Oscar. The problem was after we did it a couple times, they had two guys on him, and the kids adjusted. I like the fact that we did some stuff in a huddle that we hadn't really worked on, and they came out and executed, and Xavier got that layup. And again, I'll just give it to you that these guys in these huddles, I'll say, what do you think about this? They said, not enough time. We don't have the time for that. Let's go. Let's do it quicker. And I said, okay. That's meaning they're empowered. And at every huddle, Xavier is talking to his team. And when Ty's there, he's talking to the team. They're all talking to Oscar. It's a good group. Keon played better today. But I said, look, he's even better than that. But he played good. But be better. Making those 2 free throws, that was a big deal.
Thank you, Coach.
What would you call to make those shots in overtime?
Sorry, Mr. Tipton, can you repeat that? I got a little bit of it, but not all of it.
Yeah, yes, sir. I just wanted to ask you about what you called upon in the clutch to make those shots.
Honestly, I think getting a drive and getting a point in the paint for a shooter, a lot of times it's pivotal just to see the ball go in any fashion, really. When you're hot from three, obviously that gives you more confidence to keep shooting threes. But sometimes it's, it can be crucial to get to the line, just see the ball go in once or twice. And in that case, I decided to put my head down and drive and got a reverse layup. And then I think I made my next 2 after that. And then just trust in the repetition and the practice and all the time I've spent with Jay Lucas and Riley Welsh and Brad Calipari and our staff. And, if you trust yourself, I think eventually they'll go in.
How much of that is called plays and how much of it is like your teammates see you've got the hot hand? How does it come about that you boom, boom, boom?
Probably a combination. I think this team does a awesome job of recognizing when I'm hot and finding me. And I don't even remember how that last 3 was. It an offensive rebound, kick out, or late shot, whatever it was. I don't know. I guess it was good that it ended up in my hands after making one. So, but credit to our guys. We had a pretty well-rounded game. Although I wish we didn't blow that lead. I think this game was good for us. It shows that we can execute and win a game down the stretch. So there's a lot to take away from tonight.
John Hale will come to you.
Yeah, on that point, Calvin, we've seen you all win big
last week at A&M, you came back to win. Now you're at a game where it looked like everything was going wrong in the second half, and you still closed it out. What does that do for the team kind of progression?
It shows that we got some resilience and we're able to stay poised when I mean, let's be frank, our last 10 minutes of that game was atrocious, or borderline, not good. And I think the overtime was a reset. And, you know, we beat them by, we beat them by 8 in overtime. We made big stops. We got a couple loose balls. We turned them over a couple times. So it was a good one for us.
Kyle Tucker, go ahead.
Just to kind of keep on that line of questioning, for you personally, Kellen, how rewarding, how important was it to get in this situation where the team was kind of going to you, needing you to make that big shot in a tight game, not a blowout, but, you know, when everything's going great, but when everything's kind of going sideways and they need you to hit one, to see that go down, to see a couple of them go down?
I mean, it's a rewarding feeling. We either went at me for a shot or for a scoring opportunity, or we went at me to then post Oscar. So just knowing that Cal and the staff and our team trust me to be in the situations, whether it's as a passer or as a shot maker, gives you a little added confidence before you let it go, and just having that, I guess, awareness, if you will, that there's that type of trust. And you know, I think today I showed that trust is worthy.
Larry Bott, go ahead.
Yeah, Kevin, you brought up about the fact of the passes to Oscar. How important is that at that time? And is that something you guys will just get better and better at, trying to figure when you can get the ball to him and when you can't there?
Yeah, he has the strongest hands I've ever witnessed, and I'll bet that anyone that he's ever witnessed. So if he has the guy 3-quartered, or if he has him on his back, he's going to catch it. So it's just up to the passer to put in a position where, you know, it won't get stolen, but he's going to catch it. And then he showed today that he's capable of making some physical big plays, get fouled, have 3-point plays. And a post presence can be diminishing for the opponent. And I mean, it's crazy that this sounds like it's just another game for him. But he had 21 and 22, and made big plays, made some big free throws too. So credit to Oscar. Lance was awesome when he came in for those. What did he play? 7 minutes, 4 rebounds, had a nice finish. Was good for us. So our interior presence, I think, ultimately outplayed Mississippi State's.
Jerry Tipton, we'll come back to you.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you, Kellen, after the last home game, Ty Tyler referred to you as a grandpa, and I wondered how it feels to be a grandpa at 24.
Forgive me for correcting you, but it's actually granddad. And no, I've been granddad since June. And I embrace it. You know, there's a part of me that's an old soul, even among 24-year-olds, 23-year-olds. My friends from back home, my friends that I've graduated with at Davidson. In fact, they call me a dad because they were my age. But at any rate, you know, it's all good fun. It's all good fun.
And if I can ask one more, Dante seems to, there's something about Mississippi State that brings out the best in him. Well, what do you think that is?
I mean, if you have a couple good, what do you have? I think he had 20 plus both times last year, right, against them. So that's just it's an added layer of confidence, I think, for anybody, honestly. I knew he was locked in. One, he was shooting on the gun 3 hours before practice on, I guess, yesterday. And he got some shots up today, you know, outside of shoot around. And then when I missed that floater and he came out of left field with a with that putback dunk, which I've never seen Dante do. I knew that he was channeling in for today's game.
Dylan Ballard, go ahead.
Dylan, you just talked about record time and late. How do you feel like that time there prepared you for stages like this?
I lost him. Sorry, can you repeat that? I'm sorry.
I think earlier in one of your comments you referenced your time at Davidson. How do you feel like the time there prepared you for moments like this?
We played in a lot of close games where guys had to make plays and make shots in my 4 years. Obviously, I didn't make them all the time, but I have enough trust in myself that I'll make big shots in times where we need it. And I think a lot of that has to do with having some experience doing it in college. So that's a good thing about being a granddad.
John Wong finishes off with Kellen.
Kellen, it was interesting your use of the word atrocious for that last 10 minutes. Why do you think that was atrocious, and what do you think the team learned in order to prevent that from happening this Saturday?
I think we were almost playing not to lose. I thought there was a couple of rebounds and loose balls that we might have missed out on. And we got stagnant and on offense, and it didn't result in good things, evidently. So atrocious may be a little too harsh, but we did not play well in the final 10 minutes. I think we were up 53-38 at one point, and it kind of just went south from there. We didn't put our foot on their throats and finish the game. But on the contrary, like I said earlier, it was good for us to get a game like this and prove that we're equipped to make the right plays and get imperative stops down the stretch and close out the win. So you got to take the good with the bad with tonight, and I'm really proud of our team.
We'll be right back. Tyler Thompson, start us off.
All right, you said we could call you a machine if you had 22 rebounds in a game. We call you a machine finally.
I think you can call me a beast. I gotta get 30 to call me a machine.
What did it feel like to have that kind of performance tonight?
It feels good. I like these games. This game is better for us so we can get ready for Kansas. We know Kansas is not gonna be an easy game. It's gonna be a game like this. Now we know what we gotta do to win a game like that.
Kyle Tucker, go ahead.
Oscar, we saw what happened to Jacob, but you were also gone in the locker room and seemed to be hobbled a little bit. What happened to you there? And Cal State just told somebody to come get you. It's like, we need him. Go get him.
I had a little bit twist on defense. I just moved my ankle a little bit, so I went to retape. That's why I left the court a little bit. Jacob he had exactly the same thing, but we good. We pretty good.
John Hale, go ahead.
Oscar, you mentioned a little bit, but what does it say about this team? What does it teach you guys in a game where everything was kind of going the wrong way in the second half to still close it out with a win the way you did?
It is about, for me, what I'm gonna say is about toughness, and you gotta be responsible for everything in the court. Like for us, missing Tata is a big piece missing, but like we gotta figure out how to keep getting better. Sometimes you're gonna miss some people, but somebody gotta step up. I think some people step up today, and I think we did hand the game pretty good.
Go ahead, Kyle.
Oscar, what's the most important thing that you guys were able to get done in that overtime when it was kind of crunch time and every play mattered?
The most important things for me, I would say, communicate. We have to communicate. We gotta lock in. We gotta stay focused. The game like this, you might lose the game if you're not really focused, you're not communicate, you're not really play defense. Defense will win the game. As you see, the last 2 rebounds, I fight for it. I fight for it because I know we needed this rebound for us to win this game. We just gotta be engaged. I think we were really engaged at the end of the game, so that's why we bring the victory.
Larry Bach, go ahead.
Hey, Oscar, you talk about defense and having to be engaged. The second half at Auburn, you gave up 51 points. The second half tonight, you gave up 48 points. What do you have to do to change that in Kansas? Why do you think you're giving up so many points in the second half?
I think we just gotta lock in and listen to the coach, because coach, he knows everything we gotta do. We gotta be engaged. I'm pretty sure Tata is gonna be with us in Kansas, and we're gonna be ready. Sometimes we get loose out there, we get lost out there, but like coach, that's what we call Tamor trying to get us back in the game, because there's a lot of pressures on it. If you don't know how to take it pressures, it's gonna be tough for you to get it to be in a game like that. That's why coach always trying to calm everybody down and say we good, we good. So I think Kansas is gonna be a great matchup for us. We going there to go play and go fight. If you're not really willing to go die, fight for your life, fight for these people, you're never gonna get anything in your life. You just gotta fight for everything.
John Wall, go ahead.
Oscar, earlier in the year when you were dominating against the lesser tune-up type opponents, everybody was saying, well, let's wait until he gets in the Southeastern Conference and let's see how he does then. How would you assess how tough the conference is in terms of play down low, and how do you think you've done so far against the better competition?
I think I'm still doing my things. The only thing people cannot do, you cannot stop me from getting rebound. You can stop me sometimes from score, but rebound, it belongs to me. Like you can't stop me. Like that's one thing I fight for the most. And I think I still do what I can do. I still work harder. I'm in the gym 24 hours trying to figure out how I'm gonna do the next game. I'm in a coach. Coach, show me something. How this team play? Why can I do better in this coming up game? We always talk with the coaches. People think like they can stop me. I don't think they're gonna stop me in 2 ways, but like scoring and get rebound. I think they gotta stop one thing. If they stop me from getting rebound, which is gonna be so tough, I think the way to stop me from getting rebound is get me in foul trouble. And when I'm in foul trouble, then I won't get no rebound. But if I'm in a game, I will fight. I'm not letting anybody back me up. I just fight. It's about fighting and keep fighting for your team, for people, for everybody, not for you. Like I don't fight for me. I fight for people, for my family and everybody, because I wanna inspire a lot of people. I wanna people to know a lot of different things.
Jerry Simpson, go ahead.
when Dante had that putback dunk in the first half, he went over you. I'm wondering how surprised you were, or did you wonder what the hell is that?
I look back, I thought that was Jacob Toppin. And I look back, it was Dante. I was like, wow, man, where do you come from? I said, man, I'm so proud of him for what he did tonight. Dante's a great player. Dante's a great player. He just gotta stay focused and gotta listen to the coach. I think like when he's playing, he put a lot of pressure on himself. When he don't make a shot, he just think it different. I told him, I said, it's not the end of the world. Just stay focused. You missing, keep shooting. I like that because that's my rebound. And I don't know. I told them all the time. I don't know why you do. Like if I was in your position, you got somebody like me down there, I would keep shooting. Because if you shoot, you miss, and I grab a rebound, coach is not saying anything because you got somebody keep getting all those missing. So I'm good. So he's good. I'm proud of him today.
Larry Bach, finish us off.
After they were talking on TV during the game,
Mhm.
when we were younger, you didn't do something right that your dad made you do push-ups. Could you tell me more about that story?
It is a true story. I like our punishment. It was like my daddy was big, 250, 285 pounds. So they used to get if my daddy like touch you, like you're probably gonna pass out. So he used to fight with my mom from like slapping us, do something. But so he just say, okay, I'm gonna punish them from doing something like. Probably you'll make you do push up. Probably like you're gonna nail down and put something heavy in your head for a long time. So I know next time I'm not gonna do exactly the same mistake. It is a true story.
All right, thank you, everyone. That's all the time we have for